Welcome to Hiking Misadventures. I am in Arches National Park and hiking the Delicate Arch Trail. If you have seen anything of Utah or Utah license plate, you always see an arch on there. This is the arch that's always on those famous images. So this is the most famous arch in the park and in Utah. So I'm going to hike up to it, and this trail is a 3-mile long trail round trip, and it will take us right to the arch. Now, if you don't want to hike this strenuous 3-mile trail, you can continue on the road if you see over there, and you can go to a viewpoint which will give you a view of the Delicate Arch Trail from about a mile away, and that trail is accessible. So if you can't hike or don't want to hike, you can see it from a little bit of a distance. But if you want to see it up close and personal, this is the trail to take. As we were about to start, as we were about to start this hike, it started raining a little bit. It came down a little bit hard, but then it stopped pretty quickly. So we're gonna get started. One thing to keep in mind, the Park Service discourages people from hiking this trail during a heavy rain because there are flash floods that can come, and also you're walking along rocks, exposed rocks, and those get very, very slippery if it's raining outside, so use caution. It is also really hot out here. Make sure you bring a lot of water because this trail is exposed and there is no shade. As you can see behind me, the trail begins to go on an exposed rock. So you can see all the hikers up there all the way to the top. They look a little bit like ants crawling on that hill, and that's where the trail goes, which is why it's important to bring a hat, bring plenty of water, because as you can see, there is no shade. It is quite something to see in person. It's pretty amazing that all of this is carved by rain, ice, and extreme temperature. It's just really unbelievable, and every park in Utah that I keep going to see, I keep seeing different things, and I'm completely awed and amazed by what nature can do. And Arches is the same thing, where it's just a very unique place with a unique climate and just really amazing structures that are made out of nature to see. This hike is not that hard. There is some climbing that you're doing, but it's not a lot of elevation gain. I would say probably a little less than 500 feet. The hardest part is going to be the heat. If you're like me and you're starting the hike pretty late in the day, I started the hike around 11 o'clock. The sun is starting to come out, and there's actually a ranger at the beginning of the trailhead checking in to make sure that you're bringing enough water with you, because in the high desert you can get dehydrated very quickly and it can come on really quickly, so you want to be careful about that. So I think that's the hardest part of this hike, which is why it's considered strenuous. And throughout Arches National Park, there are lots of different hikes, but they all tend to be shorter hikes like this one, precisely because of the heat danger. So you can actually hop around and do a few hikes in a day and see a lot of things. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to this channel. Please also subscribe to my blog at hikingisadventures.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Hiking is Adventures.